Good evening. Day 6 now. I was just finishing up some meditation for the evening and decided to play with another app that I'm going to try for the video this evening. It'll help me keep a little bit more organized. Um, I'm tired, so I've been thinking about sleep and specifically like how nerdy and obsessive I've gotten about sleep over the years. Mainly, it started out with my like obsession for like bodybuilding stuff when I was younger, and just looking at how to optimize sleep for recovery, for health, for all that stuff. And it was funny because I saw just recently an article of a sleep coach to professional athletes. So there's actually a guy who makes a living helping to design optimal sleep for professional athletes. And on one hand, it's like, really? Somebody can get paid for that? And on the other, it's like, duh. What, of course people would do that. So, anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and I will see you on the flip.
All right, we are back, and I've made a mind map here to talk about sleep and recovery between workouts. So here I've got a little bit more information about injury prevention, and the different other things that we can do around recovery between workouts. But this is my little treasure trove of sleep information that I've gathered over the years. So, first things first, we're going to be talking about cave mode. So, what I mean by that is you want your you want your room where you're sleeping to resemble a cave. You want it to be dark. So, for that, I'm talking about get rid of all lights. Don't you know any small amount of light. We're trying to get to the point where like as it's dark and you open your eyes, it's pitch black. That's the kind of dark that we want. So I've got blackout curtains. I don't have any lit alarm clocks or anything like that. If I'm traveling, I'll do this too. I'll unplug the alarm clocks that have the lights, all that stuff. And I love hotel rooms because they've got those really dark blackout curtains. But also on another point for the dark, is just the idea of like the circadian rhythm and trying to avoid like computer monitors and stuff at night. I have a program on my computer called f.lux, which changes the tones of the color coming from your monitor, so it blocks out the blues and heightens the reds, because there's been a lot of studies actually on like you can use blue light as like a replacement for coffee. They're doing a lot of different studies and ways to do this, but blue light is one way, and they'll just shine a blue light into the eye. There are receptors in there that cause you to have more energy, and it kind of messes with the circadian rhythm, so it's hard to get you into sleep if you do it at the wrong time. So this program f.lux just monitors where in the world you are and like where the sun will be up and when it will be down, and it'll automatically dim your screen according to that. So I like that one. That's f. Let me see if I can write this on here. f.lux. Yeah, check that out. So I also am going for silence. And there are two ways to go about this, right? If you can get it completely silent, that's a great way to go. But if you have cars and traffic, I'm going to just draw a little car and traffic, then use a white noise machine. Something like a crackling fire, or just general white noise, or running water, or something like that, helps to reduce the vigilance center, because then your brain is constantly expecting some type of noise. And if you have traffic or barking dogs or something like that are in the neighborhood, or something that you can't control, that type of sound, then you'll be less reactive to it, which will help you stay asleep and have deeper sleep better. Also, you want it to be cool. I think it's around 73 That looks like 90, but we're going to say 73 degrees, I think, is the temperature that we are looking for. Man, that is really messy. And that's because our body's cool when we're sleeping, and it also helps us to stay asleep if the air is cool around us. Another thing I like to do before sleep is try and get my thoughts from running. Right, I try and stop all those running thoughts. I don't know if you've got that problem. I've talked to a few people who do, and I know that a brain dump is one of the best ways that I know how to get rid of that quickly. So, like, if I'm sleeping, I've got a notebook and pen by my bed that I will just write, whatever's on my mind. I'll make a list of all the things that are running, and what that's doing for me is it's giving me permission that in the morning when I wake up, I can just look at that list and I don't have to worry about it before bed, because there's nothing I'm going to do about it then. I just write it out, and I'll do a timer. I'll do 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and just write anything that's on my mind, get it out onto paper, and then set it aside and go to sleep. Another thing that I've been doing a lot more recently is Vipassana meditation, and it's literally just focusing on the feeling of air going in and out of my nostrils. Let me see if I can draw a nose with air going in and out. Yeah, whatever. So mindfulness meditation, really good. There's an app called Calm that I use, or also Headspace is another one. And those are great just to, it helps you to watch the thoughts go by rather than get involved with them. And when you're able to recognize that thoughts are just patterns that are going, and you can kind of step back from them, it gives you a chance to relax and get into a deeper state of relaxation for sleep. Yoga Nidra is my also go to. I'll just jump on YouTube, hit Yoga Nidra in the search bar, and come up with a 30 to 40 minute sleep thing. It's a meditation, guided meditation that'll walk you through, and it's specifically for sleep. Yoga Nidra is sleep yoga, and it's all about, at the higher levels of it, is about relaxing your body to a point where you're consciously falling asleep. So I discovered Yoga Nidra originally through lucid dreaming. It's just most lucid dreaming techniques are like about waking up in a dream. Yoga Nidra is actually about falling asleep consciously. So you actually, once you start dreaming, you already are in a state of lucidity. But the very high level Yoga Nidra, the very basics, is literally just about really getting into a super relaxed state for sleep. So I like that one a lot. So timing, I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Try and get to sleep and wake up at the same time every night if you can. That's one of the biggest tips for high quality sleep. The body loves consistency that way. On average, your sleep cycles are 90 minutes. So what I try and do when I'm setting an alarm for myself is I'll either use a sleep cycle alarm, which will track my movement, figure out what level of sleep I'm in. It's either level 1, 2, 3, or REM, and wake me up accordingly. Or I'll time it for myself and say, okay, I'm going to bed at this time, so let me calculate 90-minute cycles until the next wake up. And that's to help me stay less groggy when I wake up in the morning. There's something called sleep inertia. It's why snooze buttons are the devil, because you hit the snooze button and then it's like you're really not getting a huge amount of rest, but you're kind of you stay groggy throughout the morning. So I have been using a snooze button recently, but it's something that I normally wouldn't do because of the alarm clocks that I use. But yeah, so try and avoid the snooze button. Try out these apps. There's one called Sleep Cycle. There's another one called 24 Motion X 24/7, which is it's a really good one. And finally, I use a few supplements, especially when I'm training hard and in a tough part of my training cycle. So I'll use ZMA, which is zinc magnesium aspartate. and it's really good for recovery. It helps increase testosterone levels, strength levels, that kind of thing. And then I'll also take magnesium, which helps relax the muscles and central nervous system, and vitamin C. So I've got this little concoction that tastes like butt, but it's like cartoon style grogginess and sleep right before bed. So helps you sleep really well, helps you get to deep sleep, and it also helps with recovery. So that's my little diatribe on sleep. I hope you enjoyed it, and talk soon.
So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and good night and sweet dreams.